Hello and welcome back to the MCF Participant Education Series. I'm Hunter Nybert. A lot's changed since we last talked. The nation has been hit by a viral pandemic, and it's changed our lives in many ways that nobody could foresee happening. But as they say, life goes on, and we have to keep planning for the future because we will get past this, and life might be different in the short term, but we still need to plan for the long term. So today we're going to discuss how to improve your retirement outlook. I know a lot of people out there have flown on a plane, and maybe not recently, but it's pretty amazing to think that you can board a plane today from New York and fly to Los Angeles in just under 6 hours. It's 2,000 miles for just a little bit of time. And I think sometimes we take that for granted. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of technology, there's a lot of math, there's a lot of physics that go in to that flight. And most of the time we just get on the plane and read our book or put our AirPods in. With all that being said, did you know that if a captain veered off course in that flight from New York to LA by 1 degree, he would miss the Los Angeles airport by 40 miles? That's astounding that one tiny change can change the eventual outcome greatly. The fact is that in many areas of life, slight course adjustments made early on can have big impacts. Saving for retirement is no different, and making small changes in the amount that you're saving for retirement today will have an eventual big impact on down the road. Look at the difference between $200 and $300 in savings over the course of 40 years. That's almost $1,200 a month that it provides an income difference. Small changes, big results. But understanding the long-term benefits of saving more today does little for us unless we actually do it. As you know and have heard me say before, most financial experts recommend that you save between 10 and 15% of your pay for your retirement. But what we do, only 2/3 of Americans save 5% toward their retirement. Yet 83% of the people surveyed in this survey indicated that they could cut personal expenses to save an additional as much as 5%. Small changes yield big results. The ability to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term is the indispensable prerequisite for success. Caring for the future needs of yourself almost always requires us to delay gratification. And when it comes to saving for your retirement, are you willing to do those tough things to delay getting that dollar in your pocket today to get gratification for your future self? This graphic just shows the money milestones for each decade of your life. In your 20s, you should really shoot for a total deferral savings rate of 12% or higher in your retirement plan. In your 30s, you need to keep contributing to that retirement plan while you're also trying to pay off and pay down any debt you have. In the 40s, it's another good time to make that increase as you started to earn more in your career and get those contributions between 12 and 15%. In your 50s, you should have hoped to aim for 4 to 5 times your salary in terms of savings. And the 60s is really the best time to start looking at Social Security planning. Most of us might admit that we could probably save a little bit more, but when we're managing our personal finances, let's talk about a few ways that we can free up more cash and savings. First, you've heard me say it before, and I'm going to say it again. Pay yourself first. Second, give yourself a raise. As you advance in your career and get raises, this is often the best strategy without having a personal impact on the way it feels of taking home money. So if you get a 2% raise, it's a great opportunity for you to put an additional 1% in your retirement account because it's out of sight, out of mind. It's money that you never had. It's more easily absorbed. Eliminate unnecessary expenses. It seems very commonsensical, but we all have expenses that are unnecessary that we can cut little by little to make those meaningful results. 4, get out of debt. And 5, maybe above all, create a budget. We don't know what we're spending until we actually put that on paper. We don't know where to go without making a plan, and that all starts with a budget. Saving more through your plan has tax benefits. If you put an extra $100 in your retirement plan, it's not $100 that you're missing from take home because we all have taxes to pay. In this example, if you put an extra $100 in your retirement plan, it's only costing you $75 of your take home pay, assuming that you're in a 25% tax bracket. Once you've applied some of the tips we've discussed today, you'll find ways to increase your current savings level, but that's not the end. As you advance in your career, you ought to think about increasing your deferral rate along with it. An increase in 1% in savings probably won't feel like a dramatic change to your take home, but it will, in fact, you might not even notice it, but it'll have a big change over time. So let's look at this scenario. Two people with making the same amount of money with the same growth rate. Person A starts at 4% and doesn't make any changes over the course of their career. In 40 years, they'll have withdrawals of approximately $2,100 that they'll be able to take in monthly income when they retire. But person B starts with 4% of their pay and uses a strategy of increasing their account 1% a year until they hit 12%. After 40 years, it's a dramatic difference, $5,234 a month in monthly income. That is over a $3,000 difference just by making that small 1% change per year. In conclusion, take advantage of the resources that you have available to you today. Please contact us at the number right here. Until then, stay safe, and I look forward to talking to you next time.